It's time for some Friday night baseball, and it's going to be a good one. The Mariners putting their top prospect on the mound. He'll face Brad Peacock of the Houston Astros. Oh, and it's also Cat Osterman night here at Minute Maid Park, someone that knows a little something about getting some outs. Astros baseball starts right now.
Live from Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas, Comcast Sportsnet brings you Houston Astros baseball. Tonight it's Game 2 of this 4-game series. The Astros are meeting the Seattle Mariners. Good evening, everybody. Bill Brown and Alan Ashby. We'll see two Mariners making their Major League debuts tonight. And the Mariners won last night 3-2 to snap a 6-game losing streak, Ash.
Mariners are a club that's obviously trying to make a move this year with some of their younger players. And very talented bunch. They've come a long ways in terms of their offense this year.
Brad Peacock will be facing Seattle, and he has done well since his recall earlier this month.
2.88 the ERA in 4 starts, 2-1 in that span. Brad Peacock has shown an effective four-seam fastball that he can throw in any count. Good over-the-top curveball and a changeup that is getting better and better with each outing seemingly. His last time out beating the Toronto Blue Jays, the numbers were not great as he eventually allowed 4 runs in the 6th inning. But Brad Peacock has pitched well, and he looks right now like one of the fixture guys in this rotation. And there's that changeup that is effectively picking up swings and misses.
So as Brad goes out against the Mariners tonight, he is up against a 21-year-old making his Major League debut, a pitcher by the name of Taijuan Walker from Shreveport, Louisiana. He grew up in California. He's been splitting this season between AA and AAA with a total record of 9-10 with a 2.93 ERA.
Guy that is alleged to have very good stuff. Mid-90s with the fastball, great over-the-top curveball. So actually 2 pitchers out there tonight with similar stuff in terms of velocity. That ERA in the minor leagues this year between AA and AAA combined at 2.93. He has walked a few guys, but look at that strikeout total, 160. So very good stuff from this young right-hander.
Coming up next, what is the Astros' current catching situation with 2 catchers on the concussion disabled list? Julia Morales has more on that in just a moment.
4-game series between the Astros and the Mariners. Jason Castro and Cody Clark are the two catchers on the Houston Astros 25-man active roster right now. But there are a couple of extra catchers in the clubhouse right now. Carlos Corporon and Max Stassi are still with the team, but they are on the 7-day concussion disabled list right now, working their way back to 100%. Corporon suffering his first ever concussion against the Texas Rangers. He was struck in the head by a foul tip. Max Stassi replaces him just a couple of days later, making his major league debut, was hit in the face by a pitch, suffered his first ever concussion. Corporon is no longer feeling any symptoms. That is very good news. He's starting to do cardio and hopes to hit up the tee coming up this weekend. Stassi a little bit behind him, feeling dizziness. He's just getting some rest. And everyone that I've asked was said they've never seen two catchers go on the disabled list in that short amount of time with concussions. Here's Stassi with our Geico quote of the game.
It's kind of a crazy deal. Yeah, two catchers going down in 2 days, with the same thing. But, I've talked to our trainer here, and Nate, and he said that, he's never seen that happen, two catchers. And actually, I was talking to the AA catcher, too, down in Corpus, and he just suffered one also. So it's kind of a scary deal behind the plate, especially.
Something the Astros are taking very seriously. But while he's resting, Stassi is getting some work done along with fellow rookie Cody Clark. They're working with veteran catcher Jason Castro in the video room. Castro showing him kind of how it's done. Clark said it's overwhelming the amount of resources they have on this level. Nothing compared to what they have in AA and AAA, and it's definitely helping them see things a little bit better on this big league level. Coming up, a couple of rookies will take the mound. Brad Peacock for the Astros facing Taijuan Walker for the Mariners, a top prospect making his debut. First pitch and lineups next.
Sportsnet is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Jack in the Box. Go big at a participating Jack in the Box with Jack's really big chicken sandwich combos for only $3.99 plus tax. Game 2 of the series about to begin. Brad Peacock is waiting for the leadoff man to get in the box, and Brad Miller is ready to comply. They're looking down at third base line over in that area around the third base coaching box. There's a door that's opening on the field to let some of those folks off the field. I think they were photographers out there. And it is about to begin. Still 7:09 by the clock in the stadium here for this 7:10 start. So things are a little bit advanced of that schedule. And there's strike one. Peacock with the good fastball to start it at 93. Brad Miller at 264 with 5 homers, has 26 runs batted in. Good looking young player from Clemson University. That's inside to him, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. And he's really moved in at shortstop on this club. He's put together an 8-game hitting streak and looks good in the field as well, Ash.
Hitting .264 overall. Doing a nice job. Swings with power.
And he cranks out a line drive to right field to open this game with a single. So that takes the streak now to 9. Here's the starting lineup. Brad Miller shortstop, Nick Franklin second base, Kyle Seager third base, Kendrys Morales DH, Raul Ibanez left field, Justin Smoke first base, Dustin Ackley center field, Abraham Almonte major league debut right field, Henry Blanco catcher.
Right-hander Brad Peacock on the hill, 25 years of age, 3-4 on his season, 5.67 the ERA, but much better here in the last month. 4 starts since coming back up from the minor leagues. One number to watch, the 13 home runs allowed in 54 innings.
Nick Franklin bats, showing bunt. He takes, and that ball wasn't caught cleanly. And it's a ball to Franklin, who got a ball to sneak out of here to left field last night. 227, 12 homers, 40 runs batted in. He just reached the first row or so of the Crawford boxes in left field. Franklin has had difficulty, though, hitting the breaking stuff this year. Still, he leads American League rookies in homers and runs batted in. And that's a ball off the plate, and it's 2-0 for Peacock. So that might lead some people to conclude that the American League Rookie of the Year will be a pitcher instead of a hitter, with the modest totals of 12 homers and 40 runs batted in, leading all American League rookies. But he could explode in the month of September, or somebody else could for that matter. A little premature to be awarding awards, isn't it, Ash?
Don't they allow the voting to take place before September?
No.
Thought they did. Defensively for the Astros tonight, Jason Castro behind the dish. Around the infield, Brett Wallace, Jose Altuve, Jonathan Villar, and Marwin Gonzalez at third base tonight. In the outfield, it's Brandon Barnes, flanked by AT HOU in right and Robbie Grossman in left. I saw that ballot, I thought, here in the past couple of days.
Throw goes over to first base. Nick Franklin ripped a grand slam off Jordan Lyles here in July. Hit another one off Lyles last night, so his numbers against the Astros look very good for the season. .360 batting average, 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. 22 years old, from Sanford, Florida. First round pick in 09. He looks at that one, and Peacock has fallen behind now 3-1 after the opening single by Miller.
Stuff's good in terms of the fastball anyway. 93, 94, and looks like one of those fastballs at 93, 94 that maybe has more life on it than that.
Brad pitched here against Seattle back in April and lost that game. This fly ball outside the left field line spins back toward the seats. And it's a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Seattle beat Peacock 7-1. He gave up 7 runs in 4 1/3 innings, including 3 long balls in that loss to King Felix Hernandez back in April.
With the 3-2, a likely count to have Brad Miller in motion from first.
The Mariners are 12th in runs scored in the American League. They won it 3-2 last night on 6 hits. Miller takes off, and that's a foul ball again.
Give Jason Castro a chance to throw somebody out, and he's going to get him. Of course, you talk about that throwing game. Cody Clark, in a couple of starts behind the plate, has been very good with the throwing.
Franklin has 27 extra base hits. That's tied for the lead among American League rookies. Double play depth for Villar and Altuve. Peacock shooting for win number 4 of the season. Miller takes off again, and it's hit in the air again. This one, though, playable for Marwin Gonzalez, the third baseman, for out number 1 for Peacock. And Kyle Seager will follow. Seager has really taken over with this club. Last year he was a club MVP, and now he's already hit 1 more homer than he did all of last year with 21 long balls. He's driven in 61 runs. With those numbers for the season for Kyle Seager. Seager in last night's game 0 for 3 with a walk.
Seager Kendry Morales and Raul Ibanez, the guys that have carried this club this year offensively for Seattle.
Well, they brought in the fences. They were hoping for a lot more offense. It's been a pitching-oriented type club for years. There's a strike. Eric Wedge has just returned, and he's in his third season as the Mariners manager, who was out for several weeks. He had a mild stroke. And Robbie Thompson, to the right of the screen there, took over as the interim skipper. And the Mariners were 0-6 since his return until winning last night. They really haven't scored many runs recently at all. 1 ball, 1 strike. A total of just 15 runs in their last 7 games for Eric Wedge since his return as the skipper.
It was Robbie Thompson that got caught going out to change a pitcher, used his incorrect arm signaling for the pitcher to begin with, and got charged with bringing in a pitcher that he didn't want to bring in at that point, and kind of an embarrassing moment.
That one's rocked to center field, and Barnes is headed way back on the warning track. Boy, that's a nice running catch. He got back there early, made it look pretty easy, but he had to get the jump and then take the proper route for that to happen for out number 2.
Brownie, you are exactly right. Brandon Barnes makes these plays because of instinct and general speed. He just gets to the spot. Now, you've seen balls like this getting over people's heads in center field here recently, but Brandon Barnes just gets back there so quickly.
He can be a pitcher's best friend, and he certainly has been this year for Astros pitchers. Now with Kendry Morales, a switch hitter batting left, looking out at Jose Altuve. Altuve's out in shallow right field for the Cuban slugger, who takes ball 1. Morales with a .281 average looks out and sees Altuve a long way from him. He's delivered 17 homers. He's driven in 68 runs for Morales this year, and he's homered off Brad Peacock. Jonathan Villar shades up the middle. It's 2-0. The Mariners are 8-5 against the Astros this season. They have found a home here at Minute Maid Park. They're 5-2 in this ballpark. Raul Ibanez is on deck. Seattle has won 60 and lost 73. In 4th place, 18 games behind the front-running Texas Rangers right now. Little chop goes out to the mound. Peacock going over to Brett Wallace, and a harmless leadoff single by Miller makes it no runs, a hit, and a man left. No score after 1/2 inning. Major League debut, the 21-year-old right-hander born in Shreveport, Louisiana. His father came over from Shreveport. His mother came in from Yucaipa, California, where he went to high school and was a phenom there, playing 2 different sports. And now he makes his major league debut. He is one of the top prospects in baseball. Robbie Grossman is the left fielder for the Astros. It's L.J. Hoes in right field. Jose Altuve at second base. The cleanup man is catcher Jason Castro. With Matt Dominguez DHing tonight, Brett Wallace at first base, Brandon Barnes in center field, Marwin Gonzalez gets the call at third base, and it's Jonathan Villar at shortstop.
There he is, Taijuan Walker. 25 starts split between AA and AAA this year. He combined to go 9-10 on the year. 2.93 the ERA, a good one. Averaging over 10 strikeouts per 9 innings on his minor league season.
First pitch is ball one. He just turned 21 a few days ago. Well, a couple weeks actually, August 13th. That one's in the dirt as well, and he falls behind Robbie Grossman. 2 balls, no strikes. Robbie's been on a tear in the month of August. 272 for the season, 4 homers, 21 runs batted in for Grossman. 1 for 4 last night. That's good for a strike, and it's 2-1. Dan Bellino is the home plate umpire for Taijuan Walker. He was a supplemental pick after the first round in the 2010 draft. He's arrived pretty quickly.
Very compact windup.
Now 3 balls and a strike. Well, last year he was at AA Jackson. 7-10 there with a 4.69 ERA. As Ash mentioned, he started at Jackson this year and then moved up to Tacoma. At Tacoma, he was averaging 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's a high strike call, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, the 2 strikes, high heaters, and maybe getting the benefit of the doubt on a couple of pitches here. Robbie Grossman might have to expand a bit.
Grossman puts it in the air, and the center fielder backs on it. Ackley for out number 1 for Walker. They like that.
Defensively for the Seattle Mariners, behind the plate, Henry Blanco, the veteran. Around the infield, right to left, Justin Smoke, Nick Franklin, Brad Miller, and Kyle Seager. In the outfield, you just saw him, Dustin Ackley. He's in center, flanked by Abraham Almonte in his big league debut, and right in Raul Ibanez, anything but his big league debut in left.
First game as a major leaguer also for Almonte, who was traded by the Yankee organization during the offseason to Seattle. There is strike 1 to L.J. Hoes. 275 for L.J. 1 homer. He's driven in 5. The Mariners have an opening in the outfield now. Breaking ball is in the dirt, and that makes it 1 ball, 1 strike. L.J. has hit in 11 of his last 15 games. Dan Bellino, Bruce Dreckman, Tim Welke, and Mike Everett are the umpiring crew tonight. Foul back, and L.J. just got a piece of it to take the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the Mariners making a couple of moves here with these 2 youngsters making their debut, Walker and Almonte. They made a trade today with Baltimore. Ground ball to shortstop. Miller. One stretch by Smoke. It's out number 2.
That was the over-the-top curveball we've heard a lot about. Picked up, no doubt, a lot of strikeouts with that in the minor leagues. But this one, bit of a hanger, and I think L.J. Hoes would like to have another shot at that one.
Outfielder Michael Morse was traded by Seattle today to Baltimore for a prospect. Jose Altuve checking in for this game at 268, has 4 homers, 42 runs batted in. He's had problems hitting in the month of August. He's hit 160 for his last 12 games and takes ball 1 high. Altuve went 1 for 13 in the White Sox series prior to this one, and then 1 for 4 last night as this series opened. He shoots one up the middle, and there's a diving play. Franklin gets up, and what a jam by Nick Franklin, robbing Altuve. It's a 1-2-3 first major league inning for Taijuan Walker, and this kind of defense, he's going to like the big leagues. No score.
tweet of the game is from the Oklahoma City Redhawks. They tweet, the Redhawks improved to 80-60 with the win, giving OKC its first 80-win season since 2005 and its fourth in club history. Pretty impressive stuff for the Redhawks this year as they head into the playoffs. As you take a look at the standings for all of these teams, Greenville clinching just recently, so lots of teams headed to the playoffs here. And Bo Porter talked about this today, saying it's important for these players. Very good for them to be in this winning environment. You learn what it takes to win and how to win with the guys around you that's with your club. So good stuff there, guys.
Thanks, Julia. No score after one. Raul Ibanez leads it off in inning number 2. And the Ancient Mariner looks at ball one. 251, 25 homers, 60 runs batted in at age 41. A fine season for Raul.
An exceptional season. I don't think anybody could have anticipated this.
1 ball, 1 strike. The Yankees probably didn't, or they would have re-signed him.
Despite the great postseason that Ibanez had last year, the Yankees let him move.
He loops that one into left center field for a hit. Grossman over to field it. Ibanez on, and 2 leadoff singles in the first 2 innings for the Mariners.
Stayed back beautifully on that curveball from Peacock. Peacock's got a gem of a curveball, but the hand stayed back just ideal, as if he'd seen that type of pitch before.
Now Justin Smoke comes up at 249. He has 14 homers. He's driven in 35 runs. Smoke, just an outstanding glove man. Has not been hitting a whole lot lately. He was 0 for 4 in last night's game, but Brandon Barnes made a really good catch on him in the 4th. He looks at the breaking ball, and it's ball 1 to Smoke, former Texas Ranger from Goose Creek, South Carolina. And the University of South Carolina, well, he had to be happy last night with South Carolina beating North Carolina in their college football opener.
Their stud defensive end was not overly studly in that game.
Got tired. It's a shot. It hits the first base back, pops up in the air, up the right field line. That'll give Ibanez a chance to get to third base. And it's 1st and 3rd, nobody out for the Mariners.
This game can be so tough. Brad Peacock throws what I thought was a reasonable curveball to Ibanez. It got drilled into left center field and then comes in toward that inside corner with a fastball, and just turning and drilling it is Smoke. Now you can make good pitches and give up hits. You can make bad pitches and get outs. Every bit of effort that Wallace had at first base, you're just not going to get to that.
1st and 3rd, nobody out for Dustin Ackley. Ackley is hitting .343 since the All-Star break with 36 hits and 105 at bats. Double play depth for Villar and Altuve. That's a lazy foul headed for the seats. 3 players move for it, but it's out of play. Strike 1 to Ackley. Ackley was 0 for 4 last night. A reminder as you enjoy a cold one to look forward to Miller time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Kat Osterman will be joining us in the 3rd inning tonight. She threw out the first pitch. She was signing autographs for the fans before the game. Almonte is on deck. Another flare goes out of play again, and it's no balls, 2 strikes for Brad Peacock. Brad's 1 and 2 here at Minute Maid Park. Ackley, with those numbers for the season, has played some left field as well as center and second base. He had been the everyday second baseman, but Franklin has taken hold now at that position for the Mariners. And another foul ball out of play. And I was talking with some of the Mariners broadcasters, Ash. It seems that they feel they're developing the core of their team for the next few years, with Miller looking good at shortstop, Franklin at second, Seager at third, and Ackley now is hitting as an outfielder, so they think that they've made some inroads in that regard.
Mike Zunino, the young catcher that a lot of people are impressed with. He's on the DL currently.
True, he's another one, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like some of the long-timers like Franklin Gutierrez may be on the way out.
1 ball, 2 strikes. He's been injured so much the last few years.
Gutierrez with a big night last night, and Eric Wedge basically saying how much we could have used this, but, and I think that but carried with we can't afford to have a guy that can't stay healthy and play.
Ackley is a University of North Carolina product. First round pick in 09. He was the 2nd player drafted that year. He played in 3 College World Series. He fouls that one. Keep the count at 1-2. In fact, he had a 22-game hitting streak in the College World Series tournament. So there probably were some bragging rights with the South Carolina, North Carolina backgrounds of these guys we've been talking about, with Ackley from North Carolina and Kyle Seager. And then Smoke is a South Carolina guy after that rivalry football game last night. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Peacock. That's out number 1.
Turns to the off speed to get the strikeout. Right over the top with that curveball. And when you want the strikeout, oftentimes you try to bite it into the dirt. Castro gets away with picking it on a hop.
Now here's the major league debut in the batter's box of Almonte. Abraham Almonte, just brought up from AAA Tacoma. 314 there, 11 homers, 50 runs batted in. He also played at AA Jackson this year. And Almonte was acquired in a trade with the Yankees last February for right-handed pitcher Sean Kelly. He's from the Dominican Republic. The Yankees signed him as a non-drafted free agent in July of 05. 24 years old. Almonte takes ball 1. Catcher Henry Blanco's on deck. So here in the late days of August, a player gets his major league debut opportunity, and there will be more coming for a lot of clubs with September call-ups just around the corner. Almonte fouls it back. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Bo Porter continues to be asked daily about the Astros September call-ups, and he said, well, we can't give you a number right now. That wouldn't be fair to the guys in the minor leagues. And the expectation is that in this first round, so to speak, of September call-ups for the Astros, it would be only a few players because of those playoff teams Julia mentioned. AAA, AA clubs headed for the playoffs, so they'll need their players to try to win championships rather than surrendering them to the Astros. Strike call makes it 1-2, and then later, after those clubs have finished for the season, there would be more call-ups.
Almonte just met up with a big league yacker right there.
He might not have seen too many like that in Tacoma this year.
I guess you see him. It's the consistency. Maybe.
Well, he strikes out in his first major league at bat. That's out number 2 for Peacock. It was first and third, nobody out. Now he'll face the number 9 hitter.
Well, he turns right back to that curveball in the dirt. And again, Castro with the backhanded pick. But the 2 strikeouts in the inning, ideal with that curveball down under the knees.
Now it's Henry Blanco, and if Ibanez is ancient, what is Blanco? He's 43 now. 158, 3 homers, 14 runs batted in. He's a fossil, a relic.
Carry on. Well, if you can still catch and throw, you got a chance to play, much like that left-handed pitcher out of the bullpen.
Yeah. Strike 1 to Blanco,
who typically can't catch or throw from behind the plate, but
well, Blanco has done those things very well throughout his career. Well-traveled career, taking him around the major leagues with many different clubs: Dodgers, Colorado, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Minnesota, Chicago, San Diego, New York, Arizona. Had 64 at bats with Arizona last year. Well, we're talking about debuts tonight as he takes strike 2. Debut games for Almonte and Walker. Good curveball there. In Blanco's debut with the Mariners this year, he hit a game-winning grand slam at Oakland, June 15th.
This is a much svelter version of Henry Blanco than I'm accustomed to seeing in the past.
He does look trimmed down. Curve, and that one's blocked. 1-2. The curveballs really work well for Peacock here, and getting him out of this jam so far, Ash.
Tried to bite one in the dirt again there and induce the swing. Blanco able to lay off. That's exactly the way he turned to get the strikeouts of Ackley and Almonte.
The Phillies beat the Cubs 6-5 at Wrigley, and Ryne Sandberg's return to Wrigley as the Phillies manager. They got a run in the 9th to win it. Jonathan Papelbon picked up his 23rd save. Kevin Franson hit home run number 4 for Philadelphia. Nate Shearhole's number 20. And Anthony Rizzo number 21 for the losing Cubs. And Michael Young had 4 hits for the Phillies. Curve. Whoa! Did that look good? 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's the one I always want to see from the side, to see where it was at the front of the plate.
Yeah.
That's a good curveball, and how Blanco lays off, I don't know. But yeah, you can see from the side that it's definitely below the knees.
Yeah.
But when you first see that as a hitter, it looks like it's going to be in the strike zone.
Now 2 balls, 2 strikes for Peacock. Yeah, that side angle that we just saw is telling. Boy, he does look a lot thinner than he used to be.
Be vying for an infield spot for next year.
Fastball foul back. Well, we have a moment. I'd like to send out our best thoughts to former colleague Patty Smith, who has had an injury. We just found out about it. Trying to help out move some equipment on a recent assignment, and as a result of a fall, she has a concussion, we understand, and is going to have some knee surgery somewhere down the line. So we want to send our best thoughts out to Patty for a speedy recovery.
Great lady, one of the best in the biz.
Yeah. Broken bat roller out to shortstop. BR with the toss, and he gets it over to Altuve for the force play. First and third, nobody out. Peacock puts up a 0.
Houston Methodist is giving away 10,000 replica rainbow batting practice jerseys prior to the 6:10 start against the Mariners. Call 1-877-9-ASTROS or visit astros.com. for tickets. And Brownie was just talking about the age of catcher Henry Walker for the Mariners. Well, interesting note on this pitcher-catcher duo. They are 21 years, I did the math, 291 days apart. Very interesting how much age difference there is between these guys. And Seattle manager Eric Wedge talked about it. He says it's good for both of these guys. Good for Blanco to be behind the plate at 42 years old. He turned that yesterday. And good for Walker to be working with a veteran like Blanco in his major league debut. Brownie.
Thanks, Julia. Jason Castro, the batter. There's strike one to Jason. 282 is his current average. It's been going up. He has 18 homers. He's driven in 53 runs. He's on an 8-game hitting streak, and he's hit 500 during those 8 games, going 13 for 26. Fabulous month of August for the Astros all-star catcher, and it's 0-2. But that's probably not going to faze him a whole lot the way he's been hitting. Second in the majors in OPS in the month of August. And he is down on strikes. Miguel Cabrera is the only player in August in the majors with a higher OPS than Jason Castro.
No shame in that. My goodness, Jason Castro, watching him, I'm actually surprised anybody's above him because he has been hanging out rope after rope. Just kind of got himself in a hole with that sequence and eventually swings at a bad pitch.
Matt Dominguez is DHing tonight. Well, he's been on fire lately too. There's ball one to Matt, who has 19 homers, 66 runs batted in, 239 batting average. He ripped through that White Sox series, going 5 for 8 with a homer, and went 0 for 3 in the opener last night. 2 balls, no strikes, but he's been hitting big home runs lately, including that Monday night 9th inning shot to snap an 8-8 tie, and the Astros 10-8 win at Chicago. This one's in the air, and shortstop Miller works it for out number 2.
Gotta tell you, I love the swings Matt Dominguez is putting on the baseball right now. Pops up right here. You're going to do it in this game. It's just part of what the nature is. But look at this swing. That is taking your best cut. And people always joke, take a good swing in case you hit it. In the case of Matt Dominguez, when you hit it, you take good shots at driving it out of the ballpark.
That's 5 straight set down by Taijuan Walker in his major league debut. Brett Wallace, the batter now. Wally takes ball one. Wally hit his 12th home run of the year last night. He's driven in 30. His batting average is .228. He was 1 for 4 in that game. Hits this one in the air toward the left field corner. Ibanez back. Ibanez underneath it with the grab right in front of the big wall in left. That's 6 straight retired by Walker, and it's no score through 2. And Cat Osterman, gold medal winner in 04, silver medal in 08, Texas Sports Hall of Fame. That was a really nice honor, too, wasn't it?
That was. I got the call last November, and I actually went speechless and started crying. Carol Dawson had to double check that I was still on the line, but it was definitely unexpected, and I was just really honored. I mean, being a softball player, being a female, and just the people I went in with. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal was in there, Drew Brees, Ricky Williams. I was just, to be up on the same stage, it was unbelievable.
That's a great class. Well, we're glad to have you here tonight, and you threw out the first pitch tonight to Brandon Barnes, and you threw it overhand. There's Brad Miller now. So you gave him a little break on that. You didn't want to throw one of those spinners at him, right?
No, I actually have a slight fear of throwing the smaller ball underhand. I'm afraid I'm going to chuck it over the backstop or something. So definitely went overhand.
By the way, don't try that speechless crying thing here. That's my job.
Okay.
No, I was going to ask you, though, now if you were to pitch a baseball underhand, how would that go? What do you think you could do to that thing?
Oh, with it being smaller, I think the spin might be harder to put on it. I think you probably throw a pretty good, like, off-speed knuckleball type thing. You can tuck it way there in your palm.
Don't tell me you throw knuckleballs.
No, not really. Not usually. Some pitchers try.
Thankfully.
But it doesn't come out the same as baseball.
I did a little catching. I'm opposed to the knuckleball entirely.
I wouldn't know why. I've read R.A. Dickey's book. I heard all about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 2 balls and a strike. Well, now you're doing some coaching, so tell us about that.
Yeah, 2 off seasons ago, one of my really good friends that I played ball with here in Houston, actually, Lindsay Gardner, she got the head job at St. Edward's University and needed a pitching coach. And I like to tease her and say I was her last choice, but she hired me on, and so this is our 3rd year at St. Edward's there in Austin.
That's great. Well, of course, you're familiar with Austin after the years at UT. 0.51 ERA. How much fun was college for you having to compete all the way through?
It was a lot of fun. It really was. And I think more than anything, I'm one of those players that sets goals and I want to check them off. And I'm really big on the, like, I just want to be better than the day before. And so year after year, my coach always laughed because I had a checklist of everything I wanted to accomplish, whether it was numbers, ERA, even if it was just, perfecting a certain pitch. But I just kept striving, and it was a lot of fun. And I think I had some great teammates that made it even more fun. But I'm a competitor, and I live to be in the circle, especially in those intense moments. So I really enjoyed it. So
you're driven by the positive side. Did you ever have those days come your way where it just didn't go your way, and you felt like, boy, I don't know if I'm cut out for this?
I don't think I ever thought, I don't know if I'm cut out for it, but I think there were days where I finally looked back and was like, you got to learn how to deal with this a little bit better. Because, I take losses hard, especially being a pitcher. It's my job not to give up runs, and so when you do and we don't score enough, I take it personal. But no, I had to learn how to cope with losses a little bit better and not be so angry. Because when I was young, I would get real angry.
How's your hitting side of the game?
Thankfully, we have a designated hitter.
Well, that's just not right. You can't be Cat Osterman and have somebody DH for you. I
actually wasn't a terrible hitter. But then once I was like 14 or 15, I just kind of quit hitting in travel ball. Because they wanted me to pitch more often, and so I quit hitting there, and I got 1 at bat in college, and I made the most of it.
Here's strikeout number 3 now for Brad Peacock. And he got into that jam. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. He's retired 5 in a row since then. He's doing the Cat Osterman thing. He struck out 3 of them. You probably didn't have 1st and 3rd, nobody out too many times, did you?
Not very often. When I did, I hope they ran so our catcher actually got to throw, because she had a great arm. She didn't get to use it a lot, but she had a great arm.
Imagine having a career as a pitcher where you say, not very often did I have a man at 1st and 3rd. Come on.
Facts are the facts, right?
Well, if they got to 1st, I tried not to let them get to 3rd.
Now, we did that a lot, too, but it still didn't work out our way.
I know you've done a lot of this down through the years. Still fun for you to interact with the fans?
It is. We got to go up on the deck today and talk with a bunch of the softball players here in Houston, and they asked a lot of really good questions. So it's always nice to, spread your knowledge and just see the young ones really enjoying what the game's all about. And, I get giddy when I get to meet baseball players and some of the older guys I got to watch growing up. So I know how they feel, and it's always nice to put a smile on their face and let them go home with a ball or a mitt sign, whatever it is.
Speaking of getting giddy, have you had that occasion to to pitch to a professional player and just strike them out and leave them feeling like they had no chance?
Not yet.
No?
But I was told over on radio that Wallace was talking a big game up
Trash
here.
was being spoken?
Yeah.
Really?
So we're going to have to work on setting this up.
It's a big league ballpark. Trash is spoken here.
Yeah. But he's never seen a softball pitcher.
I have a feeling you might win that battle very easily.
Let me just ask, does he hit curveballs well in baseball? Because if he doesn't hit curveballs well, he's not going to hit my draw ball very well.
We'll find out in a hurry. We'll have to set that up. Thanks so much for being on.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks, Kevin. Continued good luck to you. And that's a nice inning, too. The 3-0 pitch was popped up by Seager. No score.
Faith and Family Night is back Saturday, September 14th. The Astros take on Josh Hamilton and the LA Angels of Anaheim, followed by an inspiring post-game concert featuring David Crowder. Your game ticket is also your ticket to the concert. Call 1-877-9-ASTROS or visit astros.com for tickets. Guys.
Thanks, Julia. Orbit having fun in the crowd tonight on a Friday night. These folks will be treated to fireworks afterwards. Brandon Barnes leads it off and takes ball one, trying to become the first Houston base runner tonight against Taijuan Walker. CSN glasses.
I won my CSN sunglasses.
Do you have any yet?
No, I don't.
1-1 to Barnes.
Cheated.
6 homers, 30 runs batted in, a .235 batting average for Brandon. Brandon 0 for 3 in last night's game. Walker deals, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
See, Cat Osterman attended Cypress Springs High School out in our neck of the woods.
Yes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, Jenny Finch has faced major league hitters before. It would be intriguing to see Cat do it.
Well, I think the softball pitcher has the advantage right away. The baseball swing tends to be a bit too long for that softball delivery. Now, if you're aware of that as a major league hitter and you get a little practice, I would imagine you can zero in fairly quickly. But I think initially that softball pitcher has the big advantage.
That's in the air, and Justin Smoke comes over to foul territory for it. That's 7 in a row set down by Taijuan Walker, and he and his teammate Abe Almonte both making their major league debuts tonight. That gives the Mariners 10 players who have made their debuts in the majors this year. The Astros have 15 of those, and they're liking what they see so far from Walker.
I wonder at what point Walker's going to be seen saying this is an easy game.
Marwin Gonzalez at .225 has 4 homers, 14 runs batted in. He's hit very well against Seattle. Here's ball one. .474 batting average, 3 homers, 4 runs batted in against Mariner pitching for Marwin. On the Astros' first road trip to Seattle, he just went crazy He went 5 for 6 playing the second and third games of the 3-game series. 2 homers, 3 runs batted in that series in Seattle early in the season.
That power game working, didn't it?
It did. This one a lazy grab.